Hello there, this is Ron Wills coming back at you with yet another video. Don't dismiss a beautiful woman right away. And it's interesting why I came up with this subject. Now, I know, I've talked about sensible women and, adjustable sevens and all of that. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. Just because a woman is a dime don't mean she's going to be a bitch. Because I think I'm going to tell y'all one of the funniest things out here. It's easier to meet a woman who's a dime and single than it is to meet a woman who's a five and single. In fact, the woman who is a five is more likely to have 2 or 3 men. And just peep the game I'm just giving now, right? A lot of times, because what happens is, just like some women are intimidated by good-looking men, just got through talking about that. A lot of men, they meet a beautiful woman and they talk themselves out of them. They'll say, oh man, she's so fine. She wouldn't mess with me. I'm not tall enough. Or I'm not light enough, I'm not chocolate enough, or my hair ain't good enough, or I'm the wrong race. And it's, or 1,001 things. This before you even said like poo-poo to the woman. Many guys do that. And one of the things, I know, see, here's my thing, because I've talked about an adjustable 7. My thing was just giving, adjustable 7 a chance. It didn't, don't knock a dime if they trying to talk to you, if they being friendly and receptive. Because I'm gonna give y'all some old game, right? About dimes. A lot of them are lonely. A lot of them don't have somebody who's just going to talk to them normal. I've met so many dimes in my life, like just straight dimes, like gorgeous women, physically gorgeous women. And it's not that they have like a jacked up personality or they were bitchy. Most of them were cool. Most of them were cool. Yeah, there was a couple scandalous ones in there, but that's just normal. And I'll get into that in a few minutes. But all of them were cool, but they were just looking for just a regular guy to kick it with. And let me say that again, a regular guy to kick it with. Because ironically out here, a lot of these very beautiful women, and this isn't limited to black women. This is across the board. I've met gorgeous women from all over the world. And the one common thing they want is just a guy just to talk to them without any fear, any games. Because usually what happens is that most men will see a gorgeous woman and they immediately go into, okay, let me go into game mode, or let me go into, let me think of a cool line, and that's even if they can talk, because some of them get nervous. I've seen some dudes, they get around a gorgeous woman and they just tongue tied. They talk all the trash in the world, but they get around that beautiful woman, they don't have one word to say. And, that, and, the woman sometimes a gorgeous woman, beautiful woman, they might be like, sometimes they have to be a little aggressive, if they see somebody they like, because they so used to guys being scared of them. In fact, I've had some women, very, very beautiful, very sexy. Like, I could name drop the celebrities these women have gone out with, and they'll say, Ron, you don't act like you scared of me. I'm like, you ain't bigger than me. Why would I be scared of you? They just people. Yeah, they had only, you know what it is. And fellas, take to heart what I'm about to say. They regular folks, really. They just had, they won the genetic lottery. That's about it. But a lot of times they still have interest. They still get into some stuff. I still remember there's this woman, and I'm still Facebook friends with her to this day, and she's about in her mid-40s, still fine as hell. Like, when I say fine as hell, had even had some minor parts in a few movies, years ago. Right? She was the one who turned me on to the X-Files. It was this gorgeous dime woman who say, "Ron, you gotta check out this show called X-Files. Yeah, they talk about UFOs and all of that. I'm into that." And I was like, okay. I mean, she's very down there, very cool. Sure. And a lot of them are. But what happens? Man sees that beautiful face, and they see that big round booty, and they see those big breasts, and they lose their damn mind, and they feel like, well, shoot, she's some goddess. Or, they come with some gamers like, okay, I'm gonna break her down. Yeah, I'm gonna break her down. I'm gonna take her down a notch. A lot of times they down to earth anyway, because shoot, they ain't really a lot of them, not all of them, of course, but a lot of them haven't really developed a bad attitude. Because shoot, they were always the pretty girl, so it's like they cool. But what happens is the men. See, look, I'm gonna put this on the men. You cannot look at a woman and put her on such a pedestal that you're afraid just to talk to her. She's human. I mean, shoot. She take a shit like everybody else. I had this one beautiful woman in a car, man, she let off this fart. I was like, God damn, girl. Why'd you want a brother? But she was just like that. I was like, man, she was cool. The thing, don't, and another thing, a lot of guys, they really feel like, this woman will automatically cheat or, do something scandalous. And like I said, you get a few who would, but here's the irony of that whole cheating and scandalous thing. If you look at the women who do the most stuff, they some ugly motherfuckers. Seriously, it'd be that like 4 and stuff who be having like trying to talk to the extra dudes and stuff and doing some scandalous stuff. It'd be those 4s and stuff you need to go out there and get that paternity test for, that DNA test. So, and my thing is, I ain't saying that can't happen with a beautiful woman, but I'm like, well, shoot, you're not getting off better, because many men shortchange themselves. They shortchange themselves, because my thing is, look, just talk to that woman. You don't know what she like. Don't assume she likes whatever, because you don't know. You might look like her imprint. Because keep in mind something. A lot of there's some women, they were pretty much beautiful from birth. They just grew up cute, but then some women just kind of grew into it. So you don't know who that first person might have been. She might have been that dorky girl in school and stuff. I know a young lady now, and I mean, she a self-admitted dork. But I looked at her, I was like, God damn. Like, pretty as hell, pretty young girl. I mean, like model type. If somebody discover her at that little store she work at, please. She'll be a bunch of dudes around the planet be fantasizing about her. I mean, she's just like that. But the thing is, she wasn't like that at first. She had to grow into it. I know a couple women like that as well. Young girls like that. They grew into it. So a lot of times, whatever personality traits they had before they grew into it, they keep. Like I know this one young girl, right? Very beautiful. And I was at something. I had my sons with me. And my oldest son is like real quiet, right? Real quiet. But all of a sudden, those two got to talking. They got to talking about video games and stuff. And I was like, I was surprised. And she's like, well, I got this. I got to that level. It was just like, oh, snap. Man, if he was a little bit older, I'd try to set them up. But you never know. You never know until you talk to them. Because, I alluded to something I was going to say earlier. Old game was just knowing that a lot of these very beautiful women were likely to be lonely. Like, I'm one of those people who know people, and I know people who know people, right? A friend of mine knew this photographer, right? like professional photographer. I think he had photographed women for like magazines and stuff. And he said a lot of these models and stuff are very lonely. The ones you see in like these pinups and stuff, they're very lonely because guys don't step to them. You know, guys so scared, or if they do step to them, they scared. You know, they do some stupid stuff. So, you know, don't dismiss a woman. Don't, okay, she look good, fine. You think she fine. You know, just say hi, and don't come up with no crazy stuff. Just say, hey, how you doing today? And if you be surprised how something that simple, since quite frankly she don't hear it a lot, get you in the door. She'd be happy somebody like approached her. Seriously. So anyway, that was just a brief one, and because in my next video I'm gonna get into that whole mindset thing. So anyway, I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.